Hey, Lemmy.
Yeah.
Do you like having sex?
I love having sex.
I get that from you.
Yeah.
Because you're Latino.
I'm Argentinian, Puerto Rican, and
You're
you know what we like to
hot-blooded.
do? You know what we like to do?
Yeah.
Have sex.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Do you know that you can have better sex?
What?
Yeah.
Better sex than I already have now?
Yeah.
How?
BlueChew.com.
Oh.
BlueChew.com, they have chewable tablets.
Okay.
You know, they perform the same function as your Viagra, your Cialis. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
And they allow you to perform better.
So wait a second.
Yeah.
I'll become an even better lover than I already am?
If you can fathom that.
I can't, but I imagine if I go to BlueChew.com
Yeah.
and enter the promo code Talkoma, Talkoma, I can discreetly speak with a licensed medical provider,
Sure, yep.
figure out what type of plan is best for me.
Yep.
And with that promo code Talkoma at BlueChew.com, I will get the first month free.
Yeah.
I just pay $5 for shipping and handling.
Yeah.
But then what I imagine happens, because I know it, is that the postman shows up and delivers me a sweet box filled with goodies that make me an even better lover than I already am. If
crazy.
you can believe that.
That's crazy.
Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and do it.
Ooh, that's nice. Hey, thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring our podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Talkoma FD.
Tacoma FD.
You've really gotten it down to a system.
Thanks, Kev. Did you want to try?
No, it's great. Welcome to Talk. I can't.
Nah, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
good.
I don't think I can do it, man.
Oh man, this episode is
It's a
one of my
crazy
favorites.
episode. It's a crazy episode.
It is a crazy episode. It's all about love.
I guess, but it's like, you know, there's some weird shit going on here.
There's some incest going on. There's some. I mean, you know, look, there's insights into people's psyches.
Sure.
Here.
Sure.
There's
I get you.
you know, but there's love, and it's you know, for Valentine's Day is a polarizing day.
You know, we
Some people love it, and some people don't.
Well, that was where, you know, we knew it was kind of fertile ground for us, right? Like every season, we like to do a holiday episode.
Right.
Right? We've done Christmas, we've done Easter and Thanksgiving. Did we do Easter? No. Christmas, Thanksgiving. What else have we done?
Have we done Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween we've done.
Wait, did we do Halloween or did we do it? No. We
kind of did a horror thing.
We've done like two spooky episodes. They always call them the Halloween episodes. We're like, they're actually not Halloween.
Right. But we decided Valentine's Day because, you know, there's a lot of funny shit. And part of it is just
Well, you and I have
how
such...
you and I are our Valentine's Day dynamic. We have different approaches to the holiday.
Right.
And it's reflected in the episode.
Correct. I'm pro Valentine's Day.
Like to kind of a treacly, nauseating way.
No, that's not accurate, Kev. Like, I'm not like... It's not like there are some couples who are like, it's Valentine's Day, and it's because that's the only day they're going to be romantic with each other. Like,
okay.
You know, my wife and I, like, you know, we're good.
You're romantic on other days, and I'm romantic on no days. So it's really, that's the completely opposite.
Right.
Like, I don't feel the need to have to be romantic on that day.
Neither of you
Why
do.
change?
But it's like appalling to me. You know, when I'm like, don't you do anything for Valentine's Day? Like, and you're like, no, why? And you're like, you don't even like do a card? And you're like, no. I'm like, not
No,
even like
we
a
don't.
special dinner?
Flowers, no.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Like, not even
Dinner, like what? You're going to go compete with all these other fucking people trying to get into a restaurant?
I don't view trying to get into a restaurant as competition anymore.
Well, no, I'm saying
on
it's
any-
competition says that there's a lot of people going out to dinner that night.
But that's just like any Saturday night. Like, you gotta get there.
What if
you know.
but February 14th isn't always
How
on
many,
Saturday.
How many times has this happened to you? They've either got 5:15 or 9:30. We shouldn't have
Fine.
waited so long to make the reservation.
Sure, but it's different on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, you got it right. But so my wife and I, like, our tradition is we like to order stone crab claws from Florida with pieces of key lime pie.
So wait a minute. This is every
So-
year.
so wait a minute.
Let me try to process this bullshit.
Whoa. More than once?
So what? You like a month out? You guys order crab?
Yeah,
To come
or like
for the 14th.
6 weeks.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, which I know is a crazy concept.
Okay. All right. And you get like a box of crabs.
Batch.
Okay.
Yeah. No, like Joe's Stone Crab.
Okay.
Sends it in, or on their mailing list.
Okay.
Online. It
All
used
right.
to be in the mail. Now they go online, and
Okay.
they're like, "It's coming up again.
Okay.
Reserve them now." And you're like, "You got it."
And you're that sucker who's like, yeah, I'll pay whatever.
That's in your version because like this. It should say sucker underneath my name. Yeah, I'll pay whatever.
You're falling in for the whole Valentine's Day bullshit.
No, but it's nice. It's like it's a marker. You know, it's like, hey, let's do this. We get a couple bottles of Sauvignon Blanc, which goes very nicely with stone crab claws.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they send the mustard sauce.
Yeah.
We get 2 pieces of key lime pie, which is great with seafood. And then T-Chad, my wife, T-Bag, will make a side dish or something.
A Romulade?
It could be like an Old Bay seasoning Romulade.
Okay.
And then we each get each other pajamas. We get each other a couple pairs of pajamas.
A couple of pairs?
Yeah.
Like
More than one.
And you do this every year?
Yeah.
So like, what do you got? 25 pairs of pajamas?
No, because they wear out after a little
Your
while.
pajamas wear out in like what? 6 months?
Dude, I sleep hard, bro.
And are they sexy pajamas, or are they just like? Is it like that kind of thing? Like is it a lingerie thing?
None of your business.
Well, but I mean, like what? Or is it like?
No, they're pajamas.
Okay.
Like like you've probably seen my wife in these pajamas. Like she'll like I get it, but I do a little array.
What do you mean array? What do you mean?
Like we hit a little spectrum. So it's like one is like a casual pajama, like a short.
Okay.
Short sleeve, short
Got
shorts.
it, right.
And maybe like satin.
Yeah.
And then I'll do like a roby type of pajama, like like long pants for like a slightly more wintry feel, and like this year I got her like a nice cream off white, like bone colored, like long pants, and so more of like a pajama to wear around the house.
Sure. I just give my wife like the free T-shirts that I get at places.
Yeah, you're like, oh, look at this, Quake, the video game.
Hey.
Here, honey, happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, I got a Shark Week T-shirt. You want it?
Yeah.
It's pretty soft.
Yeah. Hey, look at
There's
this.
some swag I got.
Hey, honey, I got. Yeah, I brought the new car home. I leased a new Chevrolet. Here, I got a Chevy hat for you if you want.
Yeah, it came with a blanket too. Here.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. And a thermos.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You like coffee. You could also put your soups
It's
in
got a
it.
water bottle. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It says Chevy on it.
Anyway, I'm going to bed.
Good night. Well, no. I mean, yes. I mean, we don't.
But your Valentine's Day is...
It's not. It's like what you see in the episode. It's like I forgot my phone at home. My wife brings it to me. She gives me a peck on the head and walks out.
But she wasn't even going to. I made her.
Right. That's kind of what we do. And I don't. It's not. It's mutual though. It's not like I'm the guy who. Yeah, it's mutual. It's not like I'm the guy who's like I'm not doing it. It's like we're both like, yeah.
But don't you think that you've just sort of worn her down? Like, don't you think that like, let's say your wife was married to a guy like me.
Oh, God.
Let's say she was married to a guy like me.
Yeah.
Who was like, Sue, I'm going to romance you.
Yeah.
Like, would you like?
I don't know if it would last.
Do you like crabs?
Yeah. Because I'm gonna give them to you.
Yeah, because you got them now, honey. Don't worry.
I don't think so. I think she's like.
You don't think she wants a gift on Valentine's Day? Like, what if you surprised her and it wasn't a spoon?
But I've done this, right? Like
you
I've
gave her a spoon. A spoon.
You guys don't get each other Valentine's Day gifts?
Yeah, actually, a couple years ago, I got her a silicone mixing spoon. But that was really a gift for myself.
A silicone mixing spoon for Valentine's Day? What is wrong with you?
No, you should see this thing scoop mashed potatoes. It's unbelievable. They don't stick.
Oh, they don't stick.
They don't stick.
It's somewhat jokey, but that's a true story from the thing. The silicone mixing spoon is like, she had seen the spoon that she really liked, and I bought it for her. And I gave it to her on Valentine's Day. Like what?
So you are thinking of her on Valentine's Day. You did.
I think of her every day.
Aww. Wait a second. But so
I gave her a spoon, and it's funny,
it's a good spoon.
Yeah, like I'll give her a pot or like some new dinner plates, that kind of shit.
No. Hey, listen. It's that's
the joke is that it's not romantic.
And that's fine, and I get that. But then you give her the gag gift, and then you're supposed to like make love.
Sure.
Do you do spoon and love?
It depends on what day. The Valentine's Day. If it was like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday,
if
no.
it falls on a Saturday, then maybe.
Probably, yeah. If it falls on a Saturday, then you hit the
Saturday-
lotto. You hit the lotto.
Yeah, because Saturday, listen, don't go to the Heffernan house on Saturdays.
Right. It's like if it's like a Monday, forget about it. No chance in hell.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Saturday?
Sure. School night? No chance.
Yeah, Saturday.
But how often is that? It's like every 7 years you get.
So you have sex every 7 years.
Yeah, on Valentine's Day.
So okay. Do you think Saint Valentine is like shaking his head?
rolling over in
like,
his grave?
Jesus Christ. What was
I thought I would do the good thing here.
It's not like I'm asking you to pull your teeth.
Yeah,
We're just gonna fuck.
it's a day you love each other.
Just to fuck each other.
Shut up, St. Valentine's.
Do you remember our friend Phil Catone, who
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that was his grandmother's advice when asked like, what's the key to a successful marriage?
Yeah.
She said, never stop fucking.
Okay.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong, and that's probably what St. Valentine's thing was too. That's why he started the holiday.
Anyway, but I just want people to know that in the episode when you and Vicky kiss like that, I've never seen more than that type of kiss from you and your wife.
And you never will.
Right. Like I've never seen your tongue touch her tongue.
And that's the funny thing in this show, although Vicky's been Heather's been my wife for 4 years on the show. Yeah, never. And you on the other hand,
Though I did like in that
it got tonguey.
In that outtake. No, it didn't. In the outtake where I come in.
Yeah.
No,
when you come like this?
I did. I noticed my tongue was a little prevalent.
Let's do a peck first.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Jump the gun, baby.
Hold on. Let's get to the main course here. Come on.
The funny thing was, though, was then when we were writing this, and Mike Rep is the guy who wrote this. Oh, and we should say LP directed it. Our friend LP, she has been with us every season. She has a couple episodes. This was her first episode of the season, right?
Yeah.
And so her episodes are always better than our episodes.
She has the highest rated, now has the 2 highest rated Tacoma FD episodes.
Maybe we should learn something by that.
all time.
We should hire LP all the time.
Maybe we should just, stop directing and let somebody else do it.
Fantastic. So anyway, we were talking to Mike Rep, who's the writer on this, and we were trying to crack this thing about Terry and Vicky putting on this ruse and trying to show Lucy that they're romantic and whatever, and we couldn't kind of crack it. And then finally, it was like, you know what? Why don't we just have the fake thing be how Lemme and his wife are in real life? And that is how he wrote the dialogue for when we are faking our PDA. We used dialogue from the way you guys really do PDA.
Hi, my love.
Look at my gorgeous girl.
Oh,
Huh?
come here.
Mike, hand the computer over to Steve. And say, hang on a second. Hi, my love. Hey, gorgeous girl.
That's the way the Lemmies do it.
And by the way, when the episode aired, Tiffany looked at me. She goes, "Oh," and gave me a big kiss. I was like, "You know that?" She's like, "I know."
But no, those are the real life things. And so the mixing spoon, the Netflix, right?
Yeah.
The Netflix thing.
Yeah.
Also, which my wife is. And this is funny because as you watch the episode, these are all these inside jokes for her. But my wife loves fucking period pieces.
Yeah.
Like she's all period pieces.
I checked your history.
No, you have not. Terry.
Look at it. Huh? The queen without affection. The suffragette who never got touched. 12 years without tenderness. The unromanced handmaid. All period pieces.
I like period pieces, okay? They are classy.
But you guys can agree on like Jason Statham movies.
Not Jason Statham, but like
my wife is Jason Statham. Like we watch Jason Statham together.
Yeah. Mine is like Chris Hemsworth.
Right.
She'll go watch a guy like that.
Yeah.
And indulge me.
Yeah. But she want
to go see Thor? Oh yeah, I'll go see Thor. Chris Hemsworth's in that, right?
Right, so
yeah, he's Thor.
That's you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Are you from New York now?
Nah, I don't know. I just like to say Thor that
Thor.
way. You want to see Thor?
You like Thor?
Hey, honey, you like Thor? I like his muscles.
So I remember when the first Thor trailer was coming out, and Hemsworth in the trailers without his shirt on, and your wife was like, "I'll go see that movie."
Yeah, because there's a scene in that movie, the first one, where he's at like Natalie Portman's apartment or whatever, and he goes to take a shower, and we were watching the movie together in the thing, and he walks out of the bathroom without his shirt on, and both of us gasped.
Right, but that's the way it should be.
Both of us like,
that's the way.
Both of us did that next to each other.
There was a time like that Schwarzenegger was a guy.
Yeah.
And Brad Pitt was a guy.
Yeah, still is.
That both guys and girls of all sexual orientations, when they took off their shirt, like when Schwarzenegger used to remove his shirt, I would be like, "What took so long?"
Yeah, where? Minute 21, too
Yeah,
long.
fuck you.
Too long.
But finally,
Yeah.
start eating.
Although the
popcorn.
really funny one though is, and we've talked about this before, is Commando. You know, he has that great scene in the beginning where he's carrying the log and you see his arm or whatever. But by that third act of that movie where he shows up on the island and he's in the Speedo,
Yeah.
and you're like, that's a little too much. That's a little,
Yeah,
that's
Then
going a little too
he
far.
starts rowing the boat.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, I like that. But then he's in a fucking Speedo.
But that's-
You're like, that's pushing it a little bit.
Nah, I didn't feel like it was pushing.
No, you
I
like
think
that?
It was just right.
You like that?
It was the porridge and the Three Little Bears. And Brad Pitt's like that. Ryan Gosling's a little bit like that. Chris Hemsworth like that. Is like that.
Have you seen Barbie yet?
I have not.
Okay. You seen Barbie out there?
Have everybody seen Barbie?
I mean, Gosling, you know.
But it's just like I've got two little boys.
Fucking washboard, man.
Like so my sons when when
I need some of that shit.
when they're watching. Do you keep going?
Go ahead, I'm just commenting.
No.
I'm just commentating.
You want some six pack?
I would love, I mean, I like, you watch Gosling in that movie and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, the guy's fucking great in that movie from a comedy point of view.
Right.
But he also looks good.
Cheers.
To you, Ryan.
Good job. Well done. I don't even remember what I was going to say. Something about not six. Oh, my son. Like when my sons are watching TV now, they're a little bit older, and like we've stopped kind of watching live television in the morning. They used to watch like Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
On like the Cartoon Network. What the fuck is so funny about Tom and Jerry? And but the commercials would come, Barbie commercials, like Barbie doll commercials would come on, and my boys would be like, cover your eyes.
Yeah.
Our eyeballs are burning. Like
Yeah.
so we have not seen the Barbie movie. Like they refuse.
Really? Okay. Well, you should go see it with your wife. It's a funny movie. It's a comedy.
No,
And it's the highest grossing movie in the history of Warner Brothers.
I know, it's amazing. I
Stunning.
yeah, but these days I only go to the movie theater with my kids.
Right,
Like
that's
we'll
true.
probably go watch like Gran Turismo next.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or the Mario movie.
Or Oppenheimer, you with the kids.
Maybe. Maybe.
Oppo? You gonna see Oppo?
Oppo, okay.
All right. So then the other thing, which I think is funny, is that we've kind of been talking to Cousin Bill about trying to get some more kind of firefighter flavor in there, and he's always talking about the dispatch. Always talking about dispatch and the relationship they have with dispatch, and how you don't want to fuck around with dispatch. You don't want to get on their bad side, and we started kind of folding that into this Valentine's Day thing where Eddie Panizzi, dating dispatch, decides to break up with dispatch.
Right.
On Valentine's Day.
Bad idea.
Terrible idea.
Wait, you broke up with Dispatch on Valentine's Day, Cap?
Not a big deal.
Did you use your A game breakup?
No, more like my C game.
See, that's not enough game, Cap. Come on.
What's everybody getting all worked up about?
Right. Well, this was, we had last season in the Rise of the Machines.
Yeah.
There was a little back and forth with Marnie, the dispatch.
Right. Our friend Carrie Clifford.
Yeah, Marnie, Eddie at 24.
Eddie, what the hell? You said you were gonna call me.
Marnie, I don't mean to cut you off, but are you showing a call from 364 Richter Drive?
And she's like, Eddie, why haven't you called me? And that was actually a much bigger runner.
Yeah.
But for time, it was just one of those things. Okay, we've spoken about it before, the editing. Like you just have to cut some things out. And so there's a flavor of it.
Yeah.
But we always liked that concept.
Yeah. And it was fun. And so we cast this great actor, Dana DiLorenzo, who's from Ash versus Evil Dead. You'd know her from that.
Yeah.
And she's fucking funny as shit.
Well, exactly what we wanted. Like we named this character Gigi
Yeah.
Bonanno.
Yeah.
Like we wanted like a super Italian like a
Yeah.
take no shit dispatcher.
And so we cast her, and she was just fantastic. And the funny thing about it was that she had a broken foot.
Right.
And we didn't know.
No.
And so it was one of these funny deals where you cast a person because they're fucking fantastic, and then there's this thing that they don't want to let you know. And so we cast her, and then I get a call from my manager, who's also her manager and a producer on our show,
Right.
Greg Walter, and he's like, I just want you to know, there's a little. She had a little thing. She broke her foot. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, can she? Oh, she can still do the episode. Don't worry. She got like a walking boot on, but she'll be fine. She'll be totally. She'll
take it off.
Yeah, she'll be great. I was like, okay, great. Okay, fine. And so she shows up the day before for her costume fitting and whatever, and she got a broken fucking foot.
Yeah.
Like she can't fucking walk.
And she could take the boot off, but it'll set her rehab back like 8 weeks.
What we ended up doing was just writing it into the episode. And it was like, we'll put the girl in a fucking walking boot, and she'll just say one line, Eddie will say, what happened to your foot? She's like, what the fuck do you care?
Eddie Panizzi.
Gigi? What happened to your foot?
Shut the fuck up, like you give a shit.
Yeah, we just blew right by it.
And we blew right through it, and it's so it makes me laugh. I mean, it's kind of esoteric, but it makes me laugh because she just walks in with a fucking broken foot, no explanation. You ask her about it, she tells you to fuck off, and then you continue on with the scene.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, I honestly, this is one of my favorite episodes that we've ever done.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of it is because it is the culmination of a really good script with like clear plot lines.
Yeah.
And there are, even in the dialogue, there are just these jokes. You know, there's like this. I remember seeing like Lucy, you know, is casually like folding cards.
Right, right.
Not even opening them to see if there's gift cards inside.
in there, yeah,
if
great,
not,
great
throwing it
moment,
away.
yeah.
The Eddie Panizzi, the whore basket. You know, the you're 1 in a million picture.
My family gasped when they saw that. Like, is that a pregnancy test? Like my son saw, is that a pregnancy test?
Well, but it's like, to me, it's one of my favorite things because it's like, there's a subtlety to it. It's like the photo says you're 1 in a million.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, he's thinking it's like, hey, you're 1 in a million, you're unique, but it's like you're just one of a million.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's all kinds of, thank you, Katie. There's all kinds of things like that, and the Gigi Bonanno one is certainly like her walking in, like, hey, what happened to your foot? Like, you fucking care. Or, shut the fuck up, Eddie. And like,
and she loved that. I think that's a funny thing to say.
yeah. And Heather Mazer is great in the episode.
Great.
And Hassie's great in the episode.
Yeah.
The Three Stooges, like, you know, I mean, we're gonna get into this, but like those guys.
Well, that thing where they're imitating you. That's one of my favorite scenes too.
Taco Magnolias, how may I help?
Yeah, this is Eddie Panisi. With whom am I speaking?
Hi, Eddie. This is Amber.
Hey, Amber, how yous doing? I was wondering if I can order one more of those Eddie Panisi special flower arrangements delivered today.
Yeah, she's special. Sent to Gigi Bonanno, TFD Dispatch, 45 Florida Avenue, 93453. Put a rush on that. And throw in a few flowers for yourself, Amber.
My kids, my kids are young.
Yeah.
It bugged them out.
Well, I guess we can give away the thing, but I mean, people know. But it's actually, that's your voice that we dubbed over Chris Avila's voice.
Yeah, people figure that out. But the real crime in that is that the raw footage of Chris doing my voice was actually really
Pretty good. Pretty good.
He actually did a really
He did a good imitation of you.
Yeah, she's special. Sent to Gigi Bonanno, TFT Dispatch, 45 Florida Avenue, 93453. Put a rush on that. And throw in a few flowers for yourself, Amber.
I like how we're just sucking our own dicks this episode.
Yeah, really. We really
This
are.
thing is so great. Here's another great thing we did.
Here's another great thing. I'm going to tell you another great thing we did. That the subplot of the idea is that dispatch is mad at you, so they're sending everyone out on these bad calls. And so we were talking with Bill about what is the, you talk to firefighters and they'll tell you this, they get covered in whatever. They shit, like literally shit and piss and vomit and whatever. And those are the calls that, are annoying. And so the idea was, let's create a series of those where these guys are going out and the worst calls get covered in the worst shit. And now when you do that, as we often find out, you write it and then you have to shoot it and someone has to act it.
Right.
And we knew, look, over the course of our careers, we've been covered in enough shit. I've been covered in powdered sugar. I've been covered in fucking blood in Club Dread.
You let me just set you up for a great story.
Yeah.
Like, because first of all, with actors, we have no mercy.
Yeah.
Because whatever they're going to have to do, we've done it.
That's correct.
And we've done a worse version of it.
Yeah.
You, in Beer Fest, you had to sit in an ice cold vat of fake beer for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And I mean, I want you to tell the story of some of the indignities.
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is, they created that tub, and what they realized was when they started putting the water in and they started heating it up, they realized that the glue that was holding the plexiglass together, the warmer the water was, the glue was melting. So they had to keep the water cold, and so that tub was about 50 degrees. And I had to be in there for like 6 hours. And so I got in there, and it was one of those deals, and we shoot at night. It was winter time. And they're like, do you want to come out, between takes? Or do you want, and I'm like, no, fuck it. We'll go through. Because I don't want to get cold and get warm. I'll just stay in. I'll do it, whatever. So I'm in that tub for like 6 hours.
Right.
And I got to take a piss. Right. I mean, that's just what happens, you know? And so it was like, do you want to get out, take a piss? And I'm like, nah, fuck it. And I just...
Well, it's going to be colder out there.
Yeah, it'd be cold out there. So I just pissed in the fucking tank.
Yeah, and by the way, made the water warmer.
We've all done that.
Right. This is a situation where, you know, you're killing two birds with one stone.
Right.
You're peeing to relieve yourself. You don't want to freeze out there, and you're making the water warmer.
But what you didn't realize was that the whole plot of the thing was that I'm in a vat of beer that I have to drink.
Right.
And so then it came to a time, it was like, okay, now it's time to drink.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. Like, I just pissed in this fucking thing. And I have to drink it.
Well, and there's something funny too in that, like, you had pissed a number of times, and you told me, like, between takes, you're like, oh, I'm pissing, you know, like, and then a guy had to get in,
the cameraman,
and do a little maintenance, I thought, or like,
Cameron got into film with me.
Yeah, and I'm looking at you like, you son of a bitch, and you felt guilty because
I felt bad.
He's swimming around in
He
your
doesn't
piss.
know, but he doesn't know.
Right.
But then after we were done, you know, it was a good friend of ours, you know, this guy, Rob Baracci, and I was like, you know, I think I confessed, you know, I'm sorry, I pissed in that tank. And he said, don't worry about it, I pissed in it too.
Yeah.
and so I was drinking his piss.
Yep, you drank everybody's piss. Guess what?
Yeah.
Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex.
That's super nice of them.
It really is.
Yeah.
They're very nice people.
Wow, okay.
So you can discover your options at bluechew.com. Chew it and do it.
That's great.
You know how nice they are, Kev?
Yeah.
They have a special deal for our listeners.
Okay.
You go to bluechew.com and enter the promo code Talkoma, Talkoma.
Yeah.
You'll get the first month free. All you have to do is pay $5 for shipping and handling.
For free?
Talkoma. First month free.
Ain't nothing free.
This first month is free with promo code Talkoma.
Okay. And then you have better sex.
Well, that's what happens. First, you speak discreetly online with a licensed medical professional. And now you have the tablets from BlueChew.com arriving at your front doorstep. And within minutes, you're going to be having sex like a world champion.
You know what 2024 is going to be for me?
The year of the sex?
The year of sex.
I mean, 2024.
Thanks to Blue Chew.
Yeah, BlueChew.com, promo code Talkoma.
Talkoma.
I feel like if everyone subscribes to BlueChew.com and enters the promo code Talkoma and starts having great sex, there will be no problems in the world.
We could bring the world together.
Don't you think that the world should come together?
Yeah. Ooh.
Wow. Coming together with Blue Chew.
Yeah.
That's a great tagline.
That's a great one.
But Chew It and Do It is really good.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks Blue Chew for sponsoring our show.
Thank you.
Bonjour. Comment ça va? Ça va bien? Je m'appelle Steve. Comment s'appelle? Oh, Jennifer. Okay. See, that's French. Now, the best way to learn a new language is through immersion. That is living in the place where the language is spoken. But since most people don't get a chance to do that, then the next best option is with BABBEL. Hear that sound? That's the sound of learning. That's one of my favorite sounds. BABBEL. God, I love that sound. Okay, so listen. At BABBEL, for just 10 minutes a day, you will find yourself speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. And if you can do that for just 10 minutes a day, imagine what you can do for a full year. You can be speaking French, okay? See, BABBEL, there's that sound again. BABBEL uses great technology that teaches you the practical words, the things like how to communicate. You can ask for directions. You can ask for help with the waiter. You can greet people and find out how they're doing. And that's just in 3 weeks. 1 in 5 people has learning a new language on their bucket list for 2024. And with BABBEL, you will become proficient in that language. So we have a special deal for our listeners. Okay. So right now, if you go to babbel.com/Talkoma, you will get 55% off. Okay. Your subscription, but this is a special deal for our listeners only. So get 55% off at babbel.com/Talkoma. So BABBEL.com/Talkoma, Talkoma. Rules and restrictions will apply. With BABBEL, we can't promise it'll always be easy, but we can promise it'll always be fun, and we'll be glad you did it. Okay. If you are serious about speaking another language, go to babbel.com/Talkoma, and you will be speaking that language within 3 weeks. and imagine what you can do in a year. Here's another fun fact that I love. Studies at colleges like Yale and University of Michigan discovered that with just 15 hours of BABBEL, that is the equivalent of an entire semester at a college. Is that an indictment on our learning institutions or just a ringing endorsement for BABBEL? We don't know. I like to think it's BABBEL. There's that sound again. Okay. Also, if you just prefer the live classroom experience, you can go to babbel.com/Talkoma, 55% off. And they actually have live classes 7 days a week. So try that too. Okay, folks, start speaking that new language within 3 weeks. Babbel.com/Talkoma for 55% off.
Yep, you drank everybody's piss. So the moral of the story is don't complain to us.
Don't complain, we've done it. We were in Quasi, and you had those days where you were covered in those feathers.
The jester,
it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, was like one of those days, and it's hot.
Yeah,
it's hot out, and it was 8 hours.
Yeah,
the whole, not like one scene. I mean, it was a massive scene, but it was an all-day thing, and it's like you just have to take a deep breath and deal with it. And that was pleasant to everybody.
Sure, relatively.
Relatively,
yeah.
But it's like, yeah, sometimes it sucks.
It's annoying, yes, and we knew that we were going to do that here. And another funny thing was, I think originally your character was written in to be a part of it. Right. You were going to go out on the calls and get covered in shit also.
Yeah.
And then you and I, in a creator showrunner moment of power, decided it would be funnier and funnier for those guys if we took you out of that. The joke is that you're the guy who's causing this, but you're going out on the call and you're not getting hit by it.
Come on, guys, it's a routine call. Let's stop whining.
Well, it's easy for you to say. You didn't have to jump into a vat of egg yolks.
Well, I'm the captain. One day, when you're the captain, you can delegate too. In the meantime, hit the showers. You guys are disgusting.
Which leaves you clean through all the scenes.
Well, that's the thing about Eddie Panizzi that we've always talked about. He dances between the raindrops.
You're lucky we were in the neighborhood.
I'm not lucky. I'm Eddie Panizzi.
Yeah. You know, like he, most of the time, comes out unscathed.
But we knew that was going to make those guys upset.
Well, and what was really making them upset, because, I mean, to be fair, we were shooting this in August.
Yes, we were.
And it's incredibly hot.
Yeah, and they're in the turnouts. They're in the heavy firefighter outfits.
Turnouts are already hot.
Yeah.
And then when you're covered, like fake blood is like, it's sticky.
Yeah.
The yolk, there's there's hair even,
shit,
hair, all that stuff. It's
yeah.
just, and it was not just one day; it was many days in a row.
Yeah, and it's a thing where you're like that for hours, right? It's not like you shoot it in like 5 minutes. Like you're like that for hours.
Yeah, every time they would shoot the scene, and there I am. I've got my hair done. I'm fine, and I would remind everybody. Originally I was supposed to be dirty in this scene, but we decided it was funnier if I'm not. And just you guys are. None of those actors thought that was funny.
Not at all. I mean, there was anger and annoyance, and you could see it. I was watching the episode with my family, and I would pause it and be like, okay, look how angry they are there, and that person's, you know what I mean? You can see it in their faces. It's not acting.
Right.
They are annoyed. And part of the culmination of it was this cow thing, which was a fun scene where we had come up with this idea of stuffing this cow in this pipe, and then it's a pain in the ass because you got to deal with it, right? So how do you deal with it? And
you're only going to get one crack at it.
You only one crack, yeah. And it took there's a lot of debate on what's the cow going to look like, and the positioning, and how's the pipe going to go, and we a lot of preparation went into that. And then the idea was that you carve it up with a chainsaw, and you come out unscathed. And then, so we set that thing up, and it's, they get hit by blood and they get hit by milk, which was the other funny joke.
Another delightful joke.
I thought it was very funny. You only get one shot because that's a mess. You can't clean that up, right? So we did it, and we did it hard. We sprayed those guys fucking hard, and you'll see it in the gag reel, but that was the breaking point, certainly for Hassie.
Well, it got in her eyes.
It got in her eyes.
On the first take, she got hit in the eye.
She didn't realize how hard it was going to come.
No, nobody did.
Yeah.
But she got hit in the eye with a jet stream of fake blood, which was not great. And then it's like we still have to do it again. Like you have to get closer shots, and I think we did it 3 times.
Yeah, we did it a couple times. I mean, they were already dirty at that point, but after the first one, they were like, "Fuck this shit."
Oh yeah.
And they were miserable.
No one was happy with us, and
I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it.
So did I, and I love the way. The nice thing about when you do all these things is that you might have a negative memory of something, but
Yeah.
but once it's in the past, the actors are excited about the way it turns out.
Yes, like when they see it, they can laugh at it. Or
Yeah.
whatever, you know. And whatever. I think, Hassie has this is a great episode for Hassie anyway, and there's just some great moments that she has.
Well, this is a great season for Hassie.
It is. She really did a great job.
And
Amazing job.
And my favorite shot of Hassie is in this episode. It's her the say anything.
The Say Anything.
Scene.
Say Anything is kind of funny because this was kind of a true story in the sense that I think you talk to people and they have different attitudes of like what they thought of that movie or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a certain kind of like sappiness to that movie, but I love, and some people don't love that. And we kind of leaned into that with Vicky's attitude towards that movie versus my attitude.
The guy did the Say Anything boombox routine, and she shut him down.
Okay, that movie came out when we were in middle school. She's probably never even seen it.
Everyone knows that movie.
Because it's cheesy.
Totally, that's what I was gonna say, totally. It's cheesy.
Terry, were you gonna say it's cool?
I mean, the boombox moment is an iconic moment. And when you read about the shooting of it and how Cameron Crowe sought out that Peter Gabriel song and he wouldn't give it to him, and he went through all this thing. It's a great story. But he had to write a personal letter to Peter Gabriel and say, this song moves me, and can we use this song? No. And then he had to press it. I think he had other people weigh in and try to help him.
Did like Cameron Crowe go to Peter Gabriel's house with a boombox?
Yeah, and
with the song
that
on?
would be great if he did that, right? But I always thought that was a great moment. It has since now become cliche.
I don't know if it's cliche. It's been.
I mean, it's made fun of a lot.
But I also it has been. I think when something's a classic,
yeah,
it's there's an homage to it and parody of it. But that means it's good. It's like you think about like the really iconic scene is Marlon Brando in Streetcar Named Desire saying Stella. And,
right.
I mean, we've done that.
Sure.
Like that's
we've made fun of that
a billion times. But it's like. It's not in a disrespectful way. It's because it's so iconic. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never seen Say Anything. I've never seen anything, but I've seen that thing a million times. My fear with Say Anything was that it was too like. I know I'm a romantic guy.
Yeah.
And this is Valentine's Day, and I should like all that stuff. But like, I don't necessarily want to go see like. For some reason, that one was. I was like, it's a teen love movie. Even at the time, I was like, I'm a teen. And I like love.
Yeah, but Cameron Crowe, I mean, it has a special stuff to it. I mean, that Cusack character is a fantastic character.
I'll watch it. I'm ready to watch it.
I mean, maybe it won't hold up. I don't know. Have you guys, Katie, have you seen Say Anything?
I haven't. But
okay.
It's the boombox one, yeah?
You know the boombox thing, right? Alex, you've seen Say Anything? God damn it, you people. Nobody's seen Say Anything, huh? It's a Cameron Crowe movie. Come on, Cameron Crowe.
Love Cameron Crowe.
I love Cameron Crowe.
Love Cameron Crowe.
Love him.
Love John Cusack.
Love Cusack.
Love Ione Sky.
Ione Sky, great.
What a great name, Ione Sky.
Yeah. Okay.
Haven't seen the movie though.
All right. Well, we paid homage to it in this episode.
Okay.
Hey, you want to have a guest?
I would love to have a guest.
Want to do a guest?
I would love to have a guest.
We got a good one.
Who is it?
Heather Mazer.
What?
She plays Vicky Panizzi McConkey, my wife.
My sister.
Your sister. And she's delightful, and we love her. So let's get her on here. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the podcast, my wife, your sister, Heather Mazer.
Although you
Thank
wouldn't,
you so much.
you wouldn't
Thank
know
you
it
so
by
much.
watching this episode.
I
you
know
what
it.
I'm saying?
I know it. I don't put her on the
Wow.
spot. I don't know if she watched the episode yet. Did you get a
I
chance?
did, of course,
Okay,
yeah.
Good. Okay. I didn't want to put you on the spot, though.
No, it was really well done. You know what? We got to give a shout out to Mike Rep, I think, too, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It was like very, very well
done. And,
written, executed.
It
You
is-
guys probably had a little say in it, but he got his name on it.
No, it is.
Yes.
It is well written, and I was actually watching the episode. It's like even the beginning, like folding the envelope for the gift cards.
Yeah, love it.
There's a lot of like little details.
There's great stuff in there, and which I want to talk about. But I mean, but first we had to finish the introduction.
But first, ladies and gentlemen, Heather Mazer.
But you were saying how
Thank you.
classy she is. She's Yale drama.
See?
She has no business being with us because
Right.
we're bottom feeders.
Yeah.
And she's a very classy
But you know
actress.
what? Do you know what?
Yeah.
We've tainted her.
I think we have. In this episode, I feel like
She's full taint.
yeah, like this is like I don't know. I feel like this was an episode where we pulled you into our boat.
Oh, good. I'm very happy to be a part of your boat.
yeah.
If you ever met my father, have you ever met my dad?
No.
Have you guys ever met my father? Oh,
No.
if you met my father, you wouldn't really call me classy anymore. You'd say
What?
where You'd
That's
see why
crazy.
you hired me.
No,
Yeah.
but you know, your arc, we've talked about this, Heather, like your arc from season 1 to season 4, like the first couple seasons, we're like, God, she's too classy for us. and we could tell, like, you know, it's like we were doing something that maybe you weren't as familiar with.
Yes.
Dumb shit.
No. Well, go ahead. You tell your version. I'll tell mine. Go ahead.
Okay, and then, but now, I've told you this like so many times now. This episode is your best episode ever so far, Tacoma FD, and it's because now you understand what we're doing. Like, I actually think it started with the chili episode last year.
Okay. Yeah. That was gross.
Oh yeah.
It's just
okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean, if I'm being really honest, okay.
Yes, that's why we're here. Be honest.
That's why I like you guys, because you're really genuine. That's one of your can I sing your praises? I want to sing your praises. I want your fans to know what you're really like.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I auditioned for this thing. They say Super Troopers. I was thinking about it before. I didn't know what Super Troopers was. I think in my I thought, is Spaceballs a movie?
Yeah.
But
Mel
also
Brooks.
Starship Troopers is a movie that people reference a lot too, and that's like a space movie, the bugs in it, and you know, people get
maybe that was it. So anyway, I thought that was the movie. I was like, oh, I don't know who these guys are, and then I met you and got the job and watched the movie but I was very intimidated because there was a lot of improv, and I showed up and there's you guys, and then there's Eugene and Gabe and Marcus and Hassie. I mean, I remember meeting Hassie and going right away, like, girl, you hold your own with these dudes.
Yeah.
And I just remember going in and like, it was like a mayonnaise episode. You were in a hospital.
Yeah, right. It was the lotion,
right?
the lotion
And I
episode.
remember like feeling like trying to, if you eat mayonnaise, it's out of the fridge, then maybe you like trying to keep up with the business that was going on set, which is just like, I mean, the cameramen have a hard time like not moving. Everyone's laughing so hard at all the things that are thrown out. And then it did take me a second to realize, I think I am more the straight man that looks around at all the buffoons and goes, what the hell's going on here? And so it took me a second to know is that a good description of Vicky?
Yeah, I think.
But I'm not?
I think you're underselling yourself a little bit, because I think this episode is a good example of the comedy stuff.
Yeah.
That you did. I mean, I think these scenes like are some of my favorite. Like the scene where I give you the bracelet, right?
Oh yeah,
and
that's a good scene.
You know, great scene.
Yeah.
I love, and I like chief office scenes anyway, but I love the scene where we're going through your Netflix queue.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I
that
love
was so
that.
great.
I love that scene, and
A Woman Without Affection.
Yeah, and
12 years of depravity. What is it?
Yeah,
12 years without being touched.
Yeah,
without being touched,
or something like that.
And but I think you were not the straight man necessarily in those scenes. I mean, I think you were participating, and then certainly the kiss thing. The kiss thing has gotten this huge reaction where it's like, I mean, just sitting there watching with my family in the living room.
They're like, oh!
Yeah, and I got people email me, emailing, what, there's a sister? And it's like, they're not brother and sister in real life, so let's just
That is pretty gross. That is pretty gross. It's funny, you guys always make fun of this, but if I ever do any sexual type scene, I don't even know if I would consider these Tacoma scene sexual type scenes, but anytime I have, my husband doesn't give a shit. But my dad and brothers, I gotta go, I don't know if you can watch it. Like, I feel a little awkward with my father and my brothers.
Sure.
Not my husband so much.
But our stuff's comic, though. It's like,
it's comic.
And the reality of it, we joke about, is the fact that you've had more intimacy on camera with Lemme and upcoming Soder than you've ever had with me, who plays your husband in the thing. So that's the funny thing of it all, I think, is that this is the most intimate moment you had, and it was with your brother.
I don't know about that. You've had a few scenes where you do like 5 machine gun kisses in a row, because that's the way you roll.
Oh yeah,
where he's like,
yeah.
But that's why, I mean, the beauty of is throwing Heather into this. It's a representation of my, semi-affectionateless way of my real life. Yeah. Where I'm not a super affectionate, I don't want to say affectionate.
Well,
I'm not a PDA guy.
You're not.
Yeah.
And
you know what, Kevin? I'm not really a drinker, but I really do have a fantasy of like hanging out with you guys and getting like
Hello.
Really?
You're not a drinker? Here, let me just show you something, Heather. Can you see this? Rhino dart? I have your husband's shoes and his shirt at my house. So he
That's
rode.
true.
He rode
Actually,
home in a car.
the rhino dart did take me down, but I have this fantasy of like hanging out with you guys and seeing the real you under the persona that you kind of project to the world. Because I would challenge, not necessarily PDA. I don't know. That's between you and your wife, Kevin. But like, you're a softie. You're a softie. I think.
I guess maybe
you're like in this like stoic Connecticut body or something, but underneath there, you got, I don't know. That's my sense.
No, he is a softie. But he's not a PDA guy, you know, and we deal with it in the upcoming barbecue chicken episode.
Oh,
You'll see that. That's good. Let me ask you something, because this is the elephant in the room. The kissing scene with Lemme, how did that go? Was that kind of, uncomfortable, or I mean, it was purely comic, but
right. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's like any other. I mean, he's my brother on the show, but
yeah, that's the weird thing.
You or Soder. Yeah, it's weird.
There is a part of that scene where when he kisses you the first time, he's supposed to go for a little peck.
Right.
And then the second time he comes in for the big, mouth open kiss.
Okay.
And so we were shooting, and he skipped the peck part and went right for the big kiss, and you weren't ready for it. And you're like, whoa.
Let's do a peck first.
Oh, fine. Sorry.
Jump the gun, baby.
Hold on. Let's get to the main course here. Come on.
But let's, look, Heather is a professional. Like, Heather, honestly, Heather.
Did I say she went to Yale Drama School?
She did.
Yes, you did. You always mention it. Yes. So did Marcus.
He did.
Yeah.
Heather has shot more love scenes than anybody I know.
True.
What, really? In her career, you mean?
Oh my God! Every you remember we
Holy shit! That story.
Yeah, we were shooting
Mike blushing. Yeah.
Holy
blushing.
shit! Tell that story.
We were shooting Mike and Ike, the episode with the twins.
Right, where it was episode like 309, 209.
209.
And Ike had a twin, and so we had a body double,
a stand-in
that would play against Ike, and we'd kind of shoot him from behind because he kind of looked like Ike from behind, or whatever.
Yeah, and he came up to Heather and was like, "Hey, nice to see you again." She's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, we did a love scene like last week together. Like we had a hot and heavy love. She's like, "Oh yeah, what's your name again?" and his face got all red because he was like,
sure, I remember a little differently.
So do I.
Well, I think I remember that where you came up to us and you're like, "Holy shit, I know that guy." And you're like, "What?" He goes, "I did a love scene." You said, "I think I did a love scene with him like a couple of weeks ago." And we're like, "You think?" Like how many love scenes do you do?
Kind of the same gist.
This is and this is bringing me back to How I Met Your Mother, or whatever that episode was called, and how everyone remembers everything differently. I remember that dude.
But you didn't remember his name.
His name was Robert.
I did. Okay, Robert. I did not remember his name. So the week before, that is true. We did have a love scene together. And I saw him, recognized him. And
forgot his name. Did you even introduce yourself to him before doing that?
That's how I remember it. Is I walked up to him, and it had nothing to do with you guys. And I walked up to him and said, "Hey, just did that love. How's it going? We just did the thing on the thing last week." And he was like, "Oh yeah, good." He was a little red in the face, maybe. And I said, "What's your name again?" I did not recall his name. And then one of you overheard it, or I
think you told him. You came up to us and told us.
Or I told you. Yeah. But that's how I recall it. He didn't come up to me.
But you forgot his name, first of all.
It's true.
I did not
filming
remember
a love
his
scene.
name.
You spent hours with him in bed making out with him.
It's just a job.
It's just she treats it like
she doesn't remember your name after she made out with you. Although it was kind of racy, I thought kind of funny that cosplay stuff at the end. Those costumes.
Oh yeah.
Like it was so. I felt like it was so much preparation. It took so long, in getting those things, and it kind of goes by so quickly in the show.
It goes by so quickly, but it's such a good button.
Yeah,
to
and
the
they're
show. It's
super
so well
funny
done.
outfits.
Yeah.
Like my wife and kid just laughed,
it's
immediately when they saw you and me. And
it's
then
fantastic.
Kelly Kwan went all out.
I mean, yeah, she's amazing on the show.
Yeah.
Our costume designer, but I didn't realize how I can rock a mustache. I actually was a little bit.
I think
she looked good in that firefighter outfit.
Girls and fake mustaches are hot.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about it. Yeah, I actually can see it too, Steve.
Let's go back to something here. Okay, so we were telling a story of the quasi screening, and Heather brought.
Oh right, okay, God, okay, let's go back to that.
Now here's here's the funny thing. So I guess her friend likes me or something in the movies, and got flustered when she met me, and and like kind of had a little bit of a breathing thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And then no, hold on. But then the next day, Heather was telling me the story, and she's like, "I gotta tell you, I don't get it. I don't get it. You're cute, but I don't get it." I don't know what it is. There's like the most.
It's so funny how we all remember stories differently.
She couldn't understand how her friend was so enamored with you.
She's like, Gabe, maybe I could get that. I get behind that, but you.
I didn't. First off, I didn't bring Gabe into the picture. Secondly, I think I said you're a good-looking guy. I didn't call you cute. Okay. I was a little shocked.
That these two worlds were colliding. Your friend
these two
world
worlds
and
were
this
colliding.
business woman.
Yes, and Stephanie is like a teacher. She's not a part of the business or anything, and she didn't tell me on the way. I just brought my friend to the screening, and she didn't tell me on the way that she was anything. And you happened to walk by us with your wife, and hey, how's it going? Blah blah. And Stephanie had this little panic, and then after and introduced herself, and and after Steve walked away, Stephanie it took her a while to calm down, and she's like, I have to text my sister, kind of really intense. So I was thrown for a loop, really, and
because you didn't get it. You didn't get it.
I couldn't get it. I didn't understand. I didn't know that that existed out there for you, Lemmy, but I guess it does.
No, and this is the great thing about Heather Mazer is she's literally next to probably chewing gum. She's like, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, that's when the Pittsburgh comes out.
I don't get it. I don't see it.
Except Lemmy's version. I'm a New Yorker, but that's okay.
Let's talk about C's chocolates for a second.
Oh yeah. I could be the ambassador.
So then we're in there. We're in the scene. We're shooting with the nougat and the caramel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, Heather's like, I don't know about this chocolate. This chocolate sucks. And I'm like, well, are you a chocolate person? She's like, yeah, C's chocolates. And I'm like, the fucking airport chocolate? She's like, yeah, it's the best chocolate in the world. I'm like, that's not the best chocolate in the world. And she's like, what do you think? I'm gonna get you some. She is the spokesperson for C's chocolates.
Really?
Yeah.
And she sent me some.
Yeah, that's what Rock brought in. You're remembering these stories. Ask backward, Lemmy.
Yeah, get him.
So that's what was in the box was C's caramels, one of the best thing you can pop in your mouth. So that's what we kept having to replenish. And at the end of the day, I had a whole box of C's caramels that Rock gave me because I was singing its praises. And you made fun of it and called it mall chocolate, and I was offended.
Mall chocolate.
Mall chocolate.
But then you mailed me a box to my house.
Yeah, I'm going to convert you. And you were converted a a bit. You said?
No, I was like, of course I ate them all. I had a box of chocolates in my house.
Good.
Of course I ate them all.
Yeah.
Good.
But then I powwowed with your husband when he left his shoes and shirt at my house.
Yeah.
And I told him the C's chocolate thing. He's like, I don't get it either. I don't know what she's talking about.
Oh, he's full of it. I bring in boxes, and then the next day they're half gone.
Eating the crap out of
He's
them.
full of it.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Heather, for joining us.
The wonderful Heather Mazer.
Very welcome.
Thank you so much for putting up with us.
I mean, it is a pleasure. It is a pleasure. I mean, you guys are the best. You really are.
Thank you for being my TV wife and for being Lemmy's TV sister.
She doesn't see it.
I don't see certain things, but I see other things. I love you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Your fans need to know that so many people love you, including my friend Stephanie.
Yes.
But what people don't know is the real you, and the real you is loyal. You're friends. You've been friends for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
How long have you been friends? I mean, that says it all right there.
Long time.
In Hollywood. All your hair bands break up, right? You guys haven't broken up, or have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're still together.
Stronger
for a little while.
You're still together.
Stronger than ever.
Stronger than ever. Let's see a kiss. Let's see it, guys. Is that going to ever come?
Oh,
you ever going to break that barrier?
No, we
kissed
did that.
What?
in one of the episodes, right?
In Rise of the Machines. With the
the first of season 3 we kissed in bed. Remember that?
Oh right, the quarantine episode.
In what episode? What?
It was the quarantine episode, and we were in bed together, and we kissed each other goodnight.
But it was a virtual reality thing.
It was fake.
I don't remember that.
You should watch an episode you're not in sometime, Heather. You're gonna love
I've watched them all. I just have a really bad memory. I've watched them all. Was that your first kiss?
We did mouth to mouth also in Super Troopers 2, which was very sexual. So.
Oh wow! I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, because he had. It's a great scene. He's got gum in his mouth, and he's unconscious, and I have to decide whether or not I'm going to revive him.
Yep, and then he does, and then when I revive, I put my finger in his butt.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, that's
all right.
Super Troopers.
Have a good day.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you.
Okay.
No. Hey, I got to go pick the kids up from school. No, but again, thank you for putting up with us, Heather.
I mean, we love you. I mean, I love you.
I hope we can.
I think other
do
people
more
love
episodes.
you too.
Hopefully.
Yeah, me too.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Okay. Good luck out there.
Bye, Heather.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye.
All right. See you later. Bye.
Boy, she's delightful, isn't she?
Oh my God.
I'm surprised how many people were like, "Ew, you kissed your sister."
I got like a shitload of texts from people who are like, "I can't believe you kissed his sister," but they're not really brother and sister in real life.
Right.
She's just a wonderful person.
And in the episode, she's doing it for her daughter, so her daughter can stop suffering.
True that.
That's motherly love right there.
But always delightful to talk to her.
Wonderful.
She's so wonderful.
Thanks, Heather. You know, I have a question.
Okay, go.
Last week in our episode, we spoke about this. Do you have a dostadning for me?
What, like I just thought of one? I don't.
Well, you had a whole week to think about it.
I did. It's funny, you've been wearing the same clothes for a whole week.
Well, listen, because I've been camped out here waiting for you to come back and do your dostadning for me.
Okay. Next episode.
Okay.
I'll have a dostadning for you.
I hope so. I'll come up with another one for you.
Okay. All right. And this is not a prop I'm throwing away. This is something deeply emotional.
Whatever you want.
You want a
to be.
deeply emotional moment out
It's
of me.
whatever you want. Is there something? I mean, the dostadning, if it's an object with a person, it would have to be something I gave you that you have been burdened by.
I throw everything out. So
Take
I don't give
another
a
week
shit.
and think about it.
Okay.
All right. Hey.
Like I ruthlessly throw shit out. We were cleaning out the kids' toy room a couple weeks ago because they're all going to college now, and my wife was on the floor emptying out like a bin of kids' toys, just weeping. And I'm like, what's what? And she's like, these are their childhood memories. And I'm like, throw them out.
Oh, I don't like it. I'm on her side of things.
I'm sure you are, and most people are, but I was like, there's too much shit in this room.
Like you telling this story, like I could feel the heaviness in my chest begin. Because like I'm still in that stage now where it's like I'm looking at their, the Father's Day card, and it's like, or the report that the school is like, say why you love your father, like because he's funny and makes me laugh and plays soccer with me.
I have that stuff still.
And like that as I watch my older child quickly approach adolescence, it breaks my heart.
Hey,
it's bittersweet.
It's only gonna get worse, pal. What do you send him to college?
You know what, Heffernan? You fucking suck. You suck. Your dostadning to be next week.
Yeah.
Should be like, I'm sorry, I'm such a dick.
Okay. We'll see how that goes. All right, you want to watch a gag reel?
I would love to watch.
You want to watch a gag reel?
I would love to watch a gag reel.
You're way in front of my camera right there, baby.
Oh my God. You were just gloating this morning about raw dogging it and flower baskets and open relationships.
That was after we broke up.
Sorry, is this a two-shot? sorry. You can see the raw dog coming. Hey!
No one ever does.
Look,
Let's do a peck first.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Jump the gun, baby.
Hold on. Let's get to the main course here. Come on.
Yeah.
You're eating a sweet potato, are you?
I'm eating a sweet potato.
Why, they have a crafty or something? Is that...
No, they don't have sweet potatoes at Crafty. I bring my own.
Hey, can I give you a sweet potato from Crafty? Oh, I can go for a sweet potato right now. You're good at crossword puzzles.
I don't feel like doing it right now because I'm like, man, I'm just like, I just ate sometimes. My stomach hurts.
I love Valentine's Day. Best?
God damn it.
You don't watch galactic movies, do you?
I think we all watch them.
You do?
I think most of us like it, right? What did we all say that we all loved that one? Remember? The whole gang? Oh, man. My back is sore.
I love Valentine's Day. Best day of the year.
Not me. No, sir.
3, 2, 1, blood!
Oh, God! Jesus! Ah! God damn it! Oh!
3, 2, 1, blood! Milk!
I need a towel.
She was not happy.
It's hard to watch the blood one.
Yeah. We almost didn't get her to do the next take because she was very upset
She got
about
hit
it.
in the open eyeball.
I mean, if you watch that, she got drilled.
I actually think she did a great job not freaking out.
Yeah.
In that first take, because the first take is the money one. That's when they first
Yeah,
clean.
but that's good acting. I mean, that's in the sense of like surprise. They were legitimately surprised by how hard they got hit.
Oh,
and then the next one, she's like, "I'm going to hide behind Gabe," and then she did. You can see her kind of hide behind Gabe on that one. But
yeah,
I mean, I think we were lucky to get another take out of them because they
yeah.
were very unhappy about that.
Absolutely.
So
did they just do 2 takes?
Yeah, she did 2 takes.
What's the first shot? What was the first shot of that?
It's Vicky standing in front of your camera. Which was really funny.
Don't get in front.
Don't stand in front of Steve Lemme's
Don't get in front of my camera.
Because it's like, you called her on it too. Like, get
out of my fucking camera.
Hey, you're in my camera.
Yeah, get out of my camera.
And then she fucking moved out of the way.
Yeah, those are my favorite outtakes. Is when somebody's in a person's camera.
Great.
But as you can see, it's a very familial atmosphere, and we have a good time. Kind of like behind the scenes here at Talkoma FD.
Is that right?
Right, guys?
Woo! Yeah, party. We're partying here, guys. Woo! That's it. That's episode 406.
That's it.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, another holiday episode in the books.
I Saint Valentine.
It's my day. I'm a Saint Valentine. It's my day.
This is my favorite day.
I've been told recently that my impression of Italian people is
racist?
Is less than flattering and mostly just racist.
It's racist?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's okay.
Well, I mean, look.
You ever seen, who's that guy? Roberto Bernini? You ever seen him?
I have.
That's exactly the way he talks.
Yeah. Hey, life is beautiful.
It's true.
That's what he says.
De Niro? That's exactly the way he talks.
Yeah. You talking to me? You must be talking to me because ain't nobody else in here. Right? That's the famous scene.
Why don't you do the De Niro again with the De Niro face? Do it with the De Niro face.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Hey, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Huh? You gotta be talking to me because ain't nobody else here. So you were talking to me, huh?
That's Taxi
That's
Driver.
pretty good.
That's De Niro Taxi Driver.
That's pretty good.
Should we wrap it up, guys?
Alex wants to do something that will make him some money.
I know. God, he's going to go sell some shit.
You understand?
Yeah.
Alex is like, I've done 6 episodes, Talkoma FD, and I'm losing money on this podcast.
Boy, he doesn't know the gold mine that's coming his way.
By the way, this is my new character.
This guy, love it.
This is Giuseppe.
That's St. Valentine.
Welcome to Il Lobsterini. Could anybody want some crabs? How about something to start? You like oysters?
I think we got to wrap this up.
Oysters, Rockefeller, clams, casino.
I think we got to wrap this up, buddy.
You like a shrimp cocktail, maybe some linguine with a white clam sauce, fettuccine.
All right, thanks everybody for joining us. We had a great time talking about this episode. Another one next week, 407.
Big Trouble in Little Belgium.
Hey, good one. We'll see you then.